Show me someone who claims to be profitable that sells something and has third-party audited broker statements or even just any broker statements over a year. Nobody would buy something from unprofitable traders, and that's why everyone you're thinking of hides their long-term broker statements. From the most obvious red flags to many tactics you're unaware of, this is how you detect a fake trading guru who sells something because they aren't making money from trading. These statements are the only way to prove profitability because all other tactics can easily be faked or manipulated. You're not going to find this information from whoever you're currently wondering about, and you should now be wondering, what could possibly be the reason that they don't show their true trading performance? This video could end right now because saying this just ruined almost every single trading influencer. The only thing funnier than a fake guru flaunting wealth is the ones who only do it after they become popular online and have been selling something for a while, which is obviously where the money came from. ICT lived in a cheap townhouse before he ran the mentorships that made him millions, and now flaunts his house, Corvettes, RV, and everything else. If you want to see the video he intentionally didn't bring attention to because nothing can be refuted and is a full history of his fraud, click the video in the top right. All of this is just a marketing tactic to get you to buy their various products, and some of them have even been caught renting or leasing these things to give the illusion of wealth. Obviously, this money is not from trading or they'd show broker statements, which brings us to selling courses, mentorships, services, private discords, trade alerts, and everything else. Show me someone who claims to be profitable that sells something and has third-party audited broker statements or even just any broker statements over a year. The only one I know of is Ross Cameron, who deservedly got sued for millions by the US government. For everyone else, this is how they make money, not from trading. Trade alerts are almost always manipulated to appear like they work, and one tactic is by giving ambiguous multiple profit targets so that after price reverses, they can just lie and say that the highest profit target was hit. Everything you need to know about trading can be done for free, but you think the cost of something equals its value. Yet if that shortcut your brain does that usually works actually applied to trading, and if normal thinking was enough to be profitable, then we'd all be millionaires right now. Watch the video in the top right to learn more about that. Don't take it from me though. Here's a tweet from ICT himself saying that these people sell something because they can't sustain themselves from trading, even though this is coming from the guy who made several millions from mentorships and still isn't profitable after 25 years of trading. If red flags are warning signs, then the following is like getting run over by a bus, a big red double-decker. How about evidence that isn't up to interpretation, like being caught copying videos, photoshopping broker statements, setting proof of crypto pump and dump videos to unlisted instead of private, and then privating them after I expose everything? The only ones who defend these people are the ones who already bought their courses and services and have to search their brain for a reason to justify everything instead of accepting the painful truth that they've spent their time learning from proven frauds. So yeah, a big red flag for an unprofitable fake trading guru is when they've been caught committing fraud. Sort of like how actively running away from a tsunami is a red flag that maybe there's a fucking tsunami. And remember, only the dumb ones get caught. For the Carmen cult members, here's your leader from his verified personal account saying, "Thank you, man, this is gonna help," to a video of himself. Actually, I mean, he was just being wee silly. If you're willing to accept that 99% of trading influencers aren't profitable and that's why they ignore or ban you when you ask for proof of long-term performance, then you're still here. Good job, because to everyone else who clicked off after hearing something that conflicted with their beliefs, good luck learning how to trade, a skill that you learn by failing over and over at and by letting go of old beliefs. A big red flag is a channel that only uploads wins, extremely rare losses, or only losses that turn into wins. They do this because, as you know by now, they're marketers and not profitable traders. Their YouTube channels are just platforms to sell products, so selective uploads gives beginners the impression that they know what they're doing. Which brings us to why almost all gurus don't live stream. And they'll give you every excuse possible as to why they don't. But keep in mind they're not doing the alternative of proving competency through broker statements either. Live streaming would break the illusion to their followers, but it's more tricky than that. There are various ways to fake live streams, whether it be not making the running account balance very clear, secretly trading on a sim account and pretending it's live, or being like Matt and claiming that you made it all back off stream. Sure you did, instead of just starting a new top step evaluation since you're not funded and get free resets. Gurus don't live stream because it would show that they don't know how to trade, but live streaming in itself is full of frauds. You have the rare people who make it clear that they're still learning to trade and aren't selling anything, and you have people who use it to funnel people into paid private rooms and other products and services. Here's a picture of Patrick Wayland accidentally getting caught on stream being on a Top Step trial sim account while pretending to be actually making money back in 2019. Oh, but man, that's 4 years ago. Okay, here's him getting caught again less than a year ago pretending to be making money but being on a sim account. For those going, Hey, you're with a prop firm too. Yes, I am, but I constantly make it clear that I'm not consistently profitable yet, and I passed an evaluation with TradeDay over the course of a month while live streaming and saying it was an evaluation. I'm currently funded, and maybe I'll fail and have to try again. In fact, it's incredibly likely that that will happen. But as long as I'm consistently profitable within the next 20 years, then I'll have beaten ICT. This one is specifically for Carmen Rosado and anyone else that claims to be transparent all while selectively uploading trades, not consistently live streaming, not showing over a year of broker statements, whether third-party verified or not, and certainly not broker statements back to the date that they first started selling courses on how to trade. Transparency is claimed by gurus who are not transparent at all, and I can say that as one of the only sort of large figures in the trading world that live streams their trades, sells nothing, doesn't claim to be profitable, and shows you exactly how much money my channel makes, which you can learn about in the video in the top right. Claiming transparency is a huge red flag because people see it and go, oh cool, they're real, without actually thinking to themselves, wait a minute, no they're not. They're completely hiding their actual trading performance. As for Carmen, he's very upset that I leaked his paid Discord server member count of almost 14,000 members as of November 2023, equating to over $5 million in revenue from beginners who paid to learn how to draw rectangles on reversals, which of course is all information that can be learned for free and we'd automate if it worked on its own. If it's the only supply and demand trading guide you'll ever need, why have you remade copies of it over 17 times in the last 4 years? Just kidding, I'll tell you why. Because not only are you making an absurd amount of money in YouTube ad revenue, but also because you're trying to target a new group of beginners to convert into buying your course. Let some time pass, upload another trading strategy video that only beginners watch, and bang, you've got a whole new audience to sell your course to. Go look at your favorite trading influencer on whatever platform they're on, and take a look at how often they've found a brand new strategy or have made identical videos over and over again. Now you know why, in case it wasn't obvious already. Experienced traders don't click on videos like this, and if you're still watching these types of videos, it's time to wake up. The video on the top right proves that all of these things don't work on their own and are therefore just as effective as trading based on your cat's meows in terms of predictive power. And that video shows you how to find your own unique edge and what to do from there. Because unless you have a fully automated algorithm, discretion is what makes anything work or not, and that cannot be taught. But I can explain how to focus your learning as a guy with a degree in behavioral science. And you want to know what else experienced traders don't do? They don't buy courses because they understand where the real learning happens, which is in the charts and not in YouTube strategies and clickbait on how to grow a small account or turning $7 into $400. Since experienced traders don't buy things, influencers have to target beginners. Videos that make trading look easy get the most amount of views, which are almost always about technical analysis, indicators, candlestick patterns, support and resistance, and other strategies that mean nothing on their own. Many gurus have stopped doing this, but some still do, and many of you don't know that all of these live seminars are pre-recorded videos. Show me a trader with proof of profitability that pretends to do free live seminars a couple of times a week. You can't. This is a red flag bordering on getting run over by a red bus. And you can actually use Inspect Element to find the source video and link to where it's being played from. Here's something you didn't know. You thought Trustpilot was a great trustworthy website that couldn't be manipulated? Wrong. I'll show you after this. And what are you even reviewing? The guru's course teaching you how to trade that they say isn't financial advice? And the information in there is about some strategy that doesn't work when automated, meaning it's as valid as trading based on your cat's meows because both systems require discretion to work? That's what you're reviewing? I personally love when people defend their gurus by saying the real value is in the community. Sure. Come up with something to deal with the discomfort of realizing you bought instructions on how to trade from someone who can't trade and that your community was worth $800. The mere existence of a guru's products or services on Trustpilot is a major red flag, let alone the ease at which the reviews can be manipulated. Craig pushes down negative reviews by rewarding users for leaving 5-star reviews, which he'll do after a negative review. You can go see for yourself the typical date intervals of reviews and then watch what happens after someone leaves a 1-star review. Of course, this isn't surprising coming from Craig, who I already exposed, except you know what? That's not all. Because I got new information after that video. I was sent over 10 links to videos that he set to unlisted so they weren't viewable to the public of him pump and dumping various crypto coins. And after I collected everything I needed, I tweeted at him about it, and then he set all of the videos to private. Of course, that makes him look even more guilty, but as you know if you've seen the video on him, you wouldn't be surprised to hear that intelligence is an area where he struggles. Imagine illegally promoting and pump and dumping various coins and then setting those videos to unlisted instead of privating or deleting them. You want to know why unprofitable influencers pair up with offshore brokers that are unregulated and therefore your money is not yours as soon as you deposit it? Well, this should help. Guess who was offered $20,000 a month plus commissions on every trade my signups took? Me. Guess what happens if you deposit money in an offshore broker and then they don't let you withdraw it, they disappear, or they go bankrupt? Your money's gone. Hope it wasn't too much. So while the influencer you signed up through is making more money than a doctor per year just by promoting the broker, and that's before the commissions they get on every trade you take, you get to lose all of your money because offshore brokers aren't insured if they vanish or go bankrupt. You want to know why else promoting offshore brokers and trading through them is a red flag? Because offshore brokers for CFDs, crypto, and forex have been caught multiple times telling their influencers that they can make a sim account appear as if it's real money. Yep. Does telling you all of this make me feel better about declining an offer that would have made me a millionaire in a few years just for the sake of doing the right thing, having integrity, and being different from the rest? No, not really. Oh, MetaTrader. For those who don't know, you can set up your own server to completely fabricate trading performance even with trades in the past, fake deposits, balances, make it appear like a sim account is a real account, and more. So much more. Everything can be manipulated for fake results, and the video you see in this slide shows exactly how it's done. It's a huge red flag to see any influencer showing you a trade and profit or some big withdrawal using MetaTrader for this reason. Or of course you could take the ICT route and just Photoshop a withdrawal from it, but make sure you don't forget to leave out the minus sign and get caught. It's easily manipulated and that's why influencers use it, but remember that it's also a legitimate platform, just not when gurus are using it. Another red flag is the community for the guru. Funny how ICT has the most extensive and objectively true history of failed trading accounts, no proof of profitability, and actual real fraud according to its definition, yet has the most devoted and toxic community in the entire trading industry. You'll find the same toxicity in many other communities that are all based on fake gurus who have never demonstrated consistent profitability. Want to test it out? Go to your favorite influencer and ask for broker statements or point out something objectively true that cannot be refuted and see what happens. If they don't ban or block you, you'll be torn apart by their loyal disciples. This is a red flag. And of course, again, these fake gurus spend hours of their time to defend themselves when it would take 5 minutes to prove everyone wrong with broker statements. And I'll pay the price to get them verified by a third-party accounting firm if the millions of dollars they've made off of their followers isn't enough to afford doing it themselves.
One thing that occurs to me is that one day I won't be making these videos anymore. One day, fake gurus will just be allowed to start up and no one will be there to call them out.
This is from CoffeeZilla, our hero who now has bigger fish to fry. Lead funnels refer to free books, courses, newsletters, or services that are basically just designed to get you to buy something from the seller later. It's a common marketing tactic in many industries, especially trading, and if you really think about it, all YouTube videos by gurus who sell something are just lead funnels. They're giving you a picture of something while inferring or directly claiming that the paid product or service covers everything else in more depth or at least has more information. All of these are just hooks to get you to buy something, not some heroic gesture of kindness to help beginners. Many fake gurus filter out any negativity so that anyone who reads the comments will be more likely to buy their products since they'll only see positivity. The trading channel uploaded the worst attempt at appearing profitable I've ever seen, but I'll just make a video on him sometime soon because he accidentally exposed himself in that and, you know, meh. Anyways, he didn't give us the link or access to the MyFX book account that was shown in the video, so I left this comment. Except, you can't find me saying this. I see it on my end, but you can't. Even if this is a YouTube glitch, deleting comments and hiding users who could potentially reduce sales from the guru is a common tactic. The Trading Geek turned off his comments completely for a while after I proved he stole all his videos from other YouTubers. As of this video date, ICT has had YouTube comments completely disabled for a very long time. Use your brain to figure out why they only want people who worship them to be able to have a voice. Fabricated demand is the last item on the iceberg of fake guru tactics, and it refers to the concept of acting like whatever they're selling is low in supply, that you have to take action now, that you need to reserve a seat, or anything else related to that. This is an even funnier made-up thing when you think about how an online product that doesn't deliver anything physical is limited. Imagine Adobe being like, sorry guys, ran out of Photoshop. What? You're buying access to a list of videos and some text that has already been made. Or you're signing up for a pre-recorded video as shown earlier. Come on, people. Marketers in the trading world, seemingly mostly in the smart money concept community of people trading according to how banks trade while having no proof about how banks trade, but whatever, will proudly display a certificate showing that they passed a prop firm evaluation and are now funded. Congratulations on taking 7 trades in the course of 4 days that happened to work and now you're funded. That does not make you consistently profitable. And how about you tell us how many attempts it took. It's just another marketing tactic, and this is coming from me, who is currently funded by TradeDay. Who better to tell you that passing an evaluation means nothing beyond a step in the right direction than me, a funded trader, who understands that it will take at least a couple more years to become consistently profitable. I am now 250 trading days into my journey, all documented where I live stream on my second channel in the description. Now this is important, so pay attention. Not everyone in the trading world is trying to sell something or is lying, but as far as I know, I'm probably the biggest channel that doesn't sell anything, doesn't claim to be consistently profitable, and is documenting their trading journey with 100% transparency and now with daily live streams. With that being said, I don't watch trading videos, so maybe there's some others out there. I am on Patreon, but guess what's on it? Trade alerts, technical analysis setups, information on how to trade, access to private communities? No. I upload my main channel videos there early, and it has like 13 older videos that used to be on my main channel, and a few exclusive videos that just weren't good enough for the main channel. That's not a very good sales pitch though. It's a way to support my mission here on YouTube, and there's nothing about how to trade there. I give equal amounts of help to everyone and do not hide behind a paywall. I also hide users from my channel all the time and filter my comment section, because I don't have time to deal with people watching my exposing videos with 100% objectively true evidence that cannot be refuted telling me to kill myself, that I'm just jealous, or that I'm doing it for attention. Do you honestly think that these big channels making millions of dollars from courses and ad revenue are doing something special or have unique talents? No. Charisma is quantifiable and manipulation is a moral crossroad whose path is an easy choice for me, even in the face of monetary temptations and obtainable desires at the expense of others. And aren't you glad I don't talk like that normally? Yet there are limits to my empathy and desire to help, because you know what? Not everyone deserves it, and making the ICT video made me realize that not only can I not help everyone, but not everyone even deserves it. If someone believes that the earth is flat even when confronted with irrefutable evidence, there is no chance for me to help those people because they are fundamentally living in a reality devoid of logic and reason. Imagine trying to debate a 4-year-old who goes, "Nuh-uh," even though you're right. You cannot win, so the only option is to dispose of the 4-year-old. Joke. So to those people, feel free to email me in 6 months when you realize that everything I said that made you mad was all true, and I'll happily unblock you from my channel. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here for fame. Nobody knows who I am. And as the greatest fraud of all time ICT once said, if you think I'm a fraud and a scammer, go fuck yourself. Remember that proving profitability would take a fraction of the effort that gurus go through to try and appear profitable, and third-party audited statements are the only way to prove one's competency at trading. You will never get this information from 99.99% of influencers because they're not profitable. In regular life, we assume innocent until proven guilty. In trading, assume guilty until proven innocent. And I doubt this will ever change because there will always be people trying to capitalize on the dreams of the vulnerable. I cannot help people open their eyes and get honest education without your help. By still being on this video, you've done everything I could ask for to help me. Thank you.